Hey guys, we're talking about GotBackup today. Joel is going to be here in just a few moments, so we're going right to the weekly webinar. And the key thing is, people have been asking, where's Joel? He's been working on some help for the GotBackup system. It's getting bigger and bigger, faster and faster. It can store more than it ever has, and more people right now are storing things on GotBackup. So if you're not in GotBackup, you haven't checked it out yet, now's the time to get into it. Everybody on this team has GotBackup. It helps to really store everything we have. Okay, here's the webinar. Let's go to it. Thank you.
I'm from Bangladesh. I know sometime I've been saying India. I apologize for that. Great to have you with us. Joseph, by the way, it's quite late for you, so thank you for joining us. Robert, great to have you here. Richard, awesome. Great to have you here. We have Michelle from Northern Virginia. Great to have you here. Let's see. We have Leonard from New Brunswick, Canada. Great to have you with us. Marie-Paul, bonjour, from Toronto, Ontario, Canada. Mark Stevens, Bruce. We have Patricia. Great to have you here. Kevin, Tracy, and let's see here. We have Peter Newell. How are you, buddy? Great to have you here. From Boucherville, Quebec. That's my city where I was born and raised. Let's see here. We have GV Top. Great to have you here. Lisa. Residual Rogers, great to have you here. So, folks, listen, it's a real pleasure, and we want to start this evening to kind of bring back our CEO. I've always enjoyed his presentation on a Wednesday, and there's some reasoning behind what's going on. So, Joel, thank you for joining us. Really appreciate you here.
Well, it's a pleasure to be here. Thanks, Chris and Tammy, for taking over the calls the past couple of weeks. You guys are doing an amazing job, and you never have to pull my arm too much to get me on a webinar. These are the fun things for me.
Absolutely. Listen, I'm going to leave the floor to you. Okay. Maybe you can share with the audience how GotBackup was conceived and anything you feel that would be a great message for the listeners. And I know there's more people that are going to come in as the call takes place. So please go ahead.
Sure. Thank you. Again, thank you, guys. So, yeah, usually when there's change, guys, like a lot of people go into a little bit of a panic or something like that, where like, hey, why is Joel not doing the webinars anymore? Speculation goes flying. So the reason I'm not doing the webinars right now, guys, is we are in the largest growth curve we have seen, okay, relative to people using the product. Now, as your CEO, like I've always said on all my webinars, great leadership like Chris and Tammy and other people is very important. Great compensation plan is very important. But the most important thing in business, whether it's brick and mortar, e-commerce, network marketing, direct sales, is the product and service that you're providing. So we came to realize, and we're being very proactive, okay, guys? So right now, there's roughly about 300 to 400 people a day initiating their backups of their computers and their mobile devices. And we're getting more and more feedback in our members area of how much they're loving the product and the service. So the mistakes that we made from 2 years ago till now, the first version was just way too complex, okay? And it's got to be simple, right? So we scratched that version and we created our new Cloud 2.0, which came out roughly, I guess, about 8 to 10 months ago. And we had a huge new adoption of people going, wow, this now makes more sense and so forth. And then, of course, we had to create that new version fairly quickly. So in releasing that new version, there were definitely some bugs and some issues with the product. Nothing major, but certainly things that are annoying or confusing or whatever. And we've created new iterations of the desktop app, of the mobile app, new features inside the cloud to where people are like, now I get this. Now I can promote this because I understand it and I'm using it, and now I'm super excited. And that, that goes without saying. I love people saying that. I love people saying to me, Joel, I didn't feel comfortable promoting the product because I didn't understand the product myself. Like it was just way too complex. So now that it's truly one click to get your computer backed up, one click to get your phones backed up, once you have it obviously installed on your phone, it's really growing fast. So as I told you guys, we have enough space in our data center to have about 3 million customers, without a doubt. Some of the things which you call your unconscious incompetence, which I didn't understand or know, is that we, with so much data being backed up, like we're talking petabytes being moved on a daily basis from different locations, we didn't realize that our network speed was way too slow. So our whole data center was running on 1 gig E network, which is still super fast, guys. That means you can move 1 gig of data every second. A 1 gig E network means you can move a gig every second. So just to give you guys a perspective, a full-length 2-hour HD movie is about 4 gigs. Okay, you guys have probably downloaded movies from Apple, and it takes 15 or 20 minutes. On a 1 gig E network, we could move a whole movie in 4 seconds. Okay, well, what I'd like to tell you guys is now we've upgraded everything to a 100 gig E network. We're still not finished, but we're